I am Archivist 9 conducting archival reconstruction of the film Die Hard, released in the year 1988. This narration restores verified cinematic events, tactical behaviors, and threat outcomes recorded in the original motion picture. The narrative begins in Los Angeles, California during a corporate Christmas gathering at Nakatomi Plaza, a high-rise office building owned by a Japanese corporation. John McClane is a New York City police detective traveling alone to reconnect with his estranged spouse Holly Gennaro McClane, who has relocated for career advancement and operates under her maiden name within the corporate hierarchy. McClane arrives at the building carrying only a concealed service weapon and civilian clothing, which limits his tactical readiness. His physical condition is operational, but compromised by travel fatigue and emotional stress related to marital separation. While inside the building, McClane removes his footwear following advice intended to reduce stress, which later becomes a persistent environmental hazard. An armed group led by Hans Gruber initiates a coordinated takeover of Nakatomi Plaza. Gruber operates as the primary antagonist with high intelligence, linguistic ability, and leadership control. His motivation is financial acquisition through bearer bonds stored in the corporate vault rather than ideological terrorism. The group disables communications systems, secures hostages, and establishes perimeter control using automatic firearms, explosives, and access to building schematics. Holly Gennaro McClane functions as a high-value hostage due to her executive authority and access credentials. Joseph Takagi, the corporate leader, is interrogated and executed by Gruber after refusing to provide vault access codes, which escalates threat level and demonstrates lethal intent. McClane witnesses the takeover from an upper floor and avoids capture due to spatial separation. McClane initiates asymmetric resistance using stealth mobility and limited ammunition. He retrieves a radio from a neutralized operative and establishes communication with local law enforcement. Sergeant Al Powell of the Los Angeles Police Department becomes the primary external ally, providing communication relay and situational support despite institutional skepticism. The antagonistic force deploys Carl and other operatives to locate McClane within the building. Carl functions as a physically dominant enforcer motivated by revenge after the death of his sibling during an early engagement. McClane employs environmental adaptation using stairwells, ventilation shafts, office interiors, and unfinished construction areas to offset numerical disadvantage. Mid-film escalation occurs as McClane sustains multiple injuries, including foot lacerations from broken glass due to lack of footwear. His physical state deteriorates, but cognitive function and resolve remain intact. He uses improvised tactics including explosive distraction, rope descent, using fire hose equipment, and controlled detonation to disrupt enemy movement. Gruber manipulates law enforcement response by presenting the operation as politically motivated to trigger federal intervention. This tactic results in the arrival of federal agents whose actions inadvertently facilitate the antagonist plan by cutting power and enabling vault access. McClane identifies the deception and attempts to warn authorities with limited success. Ellis, a corporate executive, attempts unauthorized negotiation with Gruber and is executed after revealing McClane's identity, which increases personal risk to Holly. Gruber later impersonates a hostage to gather intelligence, but is detected by McClane through weapon recognition, which results in partial neutralization of the antagonist group. Final escalation occurs on the rooftop, as the antagonists plan extraction using a helicopter under false emergency conditions. McClane defeats remaining operatives through direct engagement and environmental destruction, including elevator shaft use and controlled explosions. Gruber attempts escape by exploiting Holly's presence and physical leverage, but is neutralized when his grip fails. Resolution follows with arrival of emergency services and confirmation of antagonist elimination. Carl reemerges in a final attempt and is neutralized by Sergeant Powell, marking Powell's psychological recovery from prior trauma involving firearm discharge. McClane's physical state is severely injured but stable. Holly discards her professional surname, symbolically reasserting family unity. At conclusion, all hostile actors are deceased or incapacitated and Nakatomi Plaza is secured. Threat level is eliminated and primary characters survive with injuries and altered psychological status resulting from the conflict. To preserve archival stability and ensure continuation of verified cinematic reconstruction, you are instructed to like, subscribe, and share this narration across supported platforms in accordance with preservation protocol.